Being faithful doesn't have to do anything with money or popularity. You're simply either a faithful person or a cheater. That is a matter of character, and no amount of money will fix that flaw if it exists, and many celebrities out there have proven that they are unfaithful. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at NFL players who cheated on their girlfriends. Let's get right into it. Golden Tate. You can chalk this one up to another one of those maybe it happened stories that make the rounds. Rumor leaked out of Seattle that Tate, one of Seahawks' better receivers at the time, had an affair with superstar QB and media darling Russell Wilson's wife at the time, Ashton Meme Wilson, according to the NY Post. It didn't take long for Tate to jump on Twitter and on a couple of media outlets to deny the allegations. According to Tate, his girlfriend Elise Pollard and now former Mrs. Wilson are still best friends. And the stories are ridiculous. Methinks he doth protest too much? There's a lot of circumstantial evidence floating around that the affair actually did happen. The key piece in some people's minds that Russell Wilson filed for divorce from Meme. Some also point to the alleged black eye that Tate somehow got during Super Bowl week from fellow wideout Percy Harvin, according to CBS Sports. Tate says that never happened and that any and all photos of him sporting a shiner were photoshopped, which is about as credible as somebody claiming their Twitter account was hijacked anymore. It is interesting to note, though, that there was definitely some tension when the Seahawks visited the White House after winning the Super Bowl, and that Tate elected to sign with the Detroit Lions rather than re-upping with Seattle. Desmond Briscoe. If you're going to cheat, one of the cardinal rules is don't leave a paper trail. Or in the case of former Tampa Bay receiver Desmond Briscoe, don't leave an electronic paper trail. Learn to delete. It seems that for Briscoe, his relationship with Basketball Wives star, he's Dwight Howard's baby mama, Royce Reed just wasn't enough. He apparently needed something a little familiar to keep him fulfilled, and by familiar we mean the mother of his baby. Turns out that Briscoe had been engaging in some hot and heavy sexting conversations with his baby mama, and Royce found out about it. She blew them both up on Twitter, posting portions of those heated text messages and put them both on blast in a very public way. So remember, boys and girls, if you're going to cheat, learn to delete. But don't cheat in the first place. Chris Johnson. The man formerly known as CJ2K hasn't looked like himself in recent seasons. For a while there, you really thought he had a shot of beating Eric Dickerson's single-season rushing yardage record, especially back in 2009 when he topped 2,000 yards for the year. But being slick and smooth on the field isn't all that CJ2K is known for anymore. He's also known for having a house in Florida that was used only for having a place to take women, whom you weren't involved with, for some spanky time, according to the Orlando Sentinel. The anonymous house was used so that people like Johnson could step out of their significant others in a very non-public way, and so that the media would not catch wind of it. The only reason Johnson's house came to light was because there was a burglary at that house, and one of the gang members doing the burgling fired a gun. The bullet happened to hit a 15-year-old girl who was passing by in a car with her parents in the head. She survived but is severely brain damaged now. Though Johnson had nothing to do with the robbery or the shooting, it exposed his love nest all the same. Reggie Bush. Fans of USC football probably weren't too surprised that Reggie Bush found himself in hot water for cheating. After all, it was his breaking the rules while in college that forced USC to suffer through several years of sanctions and penalties. But when it comes to matters of the heart, Bush is apparently no more ethical than he was while in college. Not that it's surprising, of course, given that he cheated on reality show star Kim Kardashian. Some folks might be willing to cut Bush a little slack. According to the report, Bush met a blonde beauty named January Jezzert, who was a waitress at a club called Red Rock. Apparently, table service means something completely different to Jezzert, who was seen leaving Bush's home around 7 in the morning. Bush and Kardashian broke up shortly after that little nugget of news broke. All we can say is that Bush dodged a huge bullet in not getting entangled with that group of people. Hank Baskett. When news broke that Hank Baskett had been found to be cheating on his wife, former Playboy playmate Kendra Wilkinson, people were shocked. When they found out that he cheated on his former playmate wife with a transsexual model named Ava Sabrina London, according to the National Enquirer, heads exploded around the country, with perhaps the biggest explosion coming from Wilkinson herself. Baskett has gone to the FBI claiming that London illegally recorded their interactions and extorted him to keep details about their relationship quiet. Though Baskett still denies anything happened other than him hanging out with London, you can't help but get the feeling there's far more to the story. As for his relationship with Wilkinson, they appear to be working through it and doing their best to come together as family again. And conveniently enough, we can watch it all play out on their new reality television series. Delaney Walker. It's bad enough when your wife or girlfriend catches you stepping out on them and you're forced to confront their wrath entirely on your own. It's quite something else when said wife or girlfriend learns of your infidelities, hacks your social media accounts, and proceeds to let the world know what a cheating, lying, unfaithful dog you are. Such is the case of Tennessee Titans tight end Delaney Walker. His ex-fiancée, who went by the name of Racine, hacked into Walker's Instagram account and left one blisteringly epic "screw you" to the cheating Walker, and in the process letting all of his followers see him for the dog he is, which you can see here. Oh, and she also took the opportunity to share the news that she was 4 months pregnant. Talk about a double whammy. Eugene Robinson. Over the years, thousands and thousands of football players have played the game for the opportunity to get a chance to play for a title. Unfortunately, the vast majority of them never get that chance. And then you have the case of former Falcons safety Eugene Robinson, and you just want to beat your head against the wall. On the night before the Super Bowl 33, the biggest game of his career, Robinson clearly needed to relieve some of his tension and solicited an undercover detective who was posing as a prostitute for sex. It was shocking to the football world as Robinson was widely viewed as one of the good guys in the game. In fact, hours before his arrest, Robinson received the Bart Starr Award, an honor voted on by NFL players and given to the one who best exemplifies high morale character. In case you were wondering, he had a wife and kid at the time. Russell Wilson. Apparently, Russell Wilson's wife wasn't the only one alleged to have been checking to see if the grass is actually greener on the other side of the fence. Detroit Lions tight end Joseph Foria very publicly called out Seattle Golden Boy Russell Wilson for having relations while he was still married to Meme with his girlfriend at the time, WWE NXT diva Erica Hammond. Foria put Wilson on blast over Twitter when he sent out a message that read, "Hey Russell Wilson, enjoy Erica Hammond. She had me thinking she was a loyal girlfriend. I almost feel you." Talk about being called out for not playing fair. Tom Brady. Apparently, Tom Brady doesn't do all of his cheating on the field. He allegedly does it off the field too. Though we don't think this cheating scandal had anything to do with underinflated balls. In 2006, Brady left his pregnant girlfriend Bridget Moynihan after more than 3 years together. Days after he left Moynihan, Brady confirmed his relationship with supermodel Gisele Bündchen and said they'd been dating since sometime before Christmas, according to Bleacher Report. Sounds pretty vague, doesn't it? Sounds about as vague as the Wells report that Patriots fans are crying foul about right now, actually. But Touchdown Tommy's cheating in this case didn't have any impact on the integrity of the game, it only called his own into question. So there you have it. These are the most unfaithful NFL stars out there. Some of the greatest names of the sport like Tom Brady made it to this list, which is really saddening. But it's better to call out the cheaters for what they are than stay silent about it. Unfortunately, there were many more NFL players that cheated on their significant others, and many of them probably do it even now, and we don't even know about it. What do you think? Do these people deserve a harsher treatment than they get? Sound your thoughts in the comments down below. I sure think that they deserve to be vilified by the community. Anyway, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell for further updates. Until next time.